Russia invades Ukraine and your business. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I'm Brian Pombo. This is a very interesting story because it hits home a little bit. My wife, I've mentioned before, my wife Kate was born in Ukraine and still has family back there. And so watching this is really interesting. I mean, she has family right in Kiev, and watching a lot of this go on is pretty heavy. So this is being recorded. I'm recording this the night that the invasion, well, the morning over there, that the invasion is occurring. And so watching it is pretty wild stuff. I'm not going to get into the politics of the situation. Not here. You're always welcome to ask me personally, but you can imagine where kind of what we're thinking about this. But I want to bring it back home because this is it's a conversation that we've had with her family for years, really going back, and certainly the last few months, attempting to impress the idea that there may be a reason for emergency in the future, and you may want to be prepped for anything. I don't know, it kind of seems like the way the world's going right now that I would predict in the next, within the next 10, 20, 30 years, we'll probably be seeing more and more outrageous situations, social, political, economic situations that we haven't seen, that most of us have never seen in our whole lives. We've lived through the last 40 years, 50 years or so of relative peace, harmony, and economic gain and so forth throughout certainly the United States, most of the Western world, and a good portion of the world. And I think a lot of that's going by the wayside, and this is just a sign of the times. It's just my own perspective on things. I think, well, I'll give it to you from this way. I host a show called the Off the Grid Biz Podcast, and the whole point of the show is to discuss being self-reliant, and specifically businesses that surround the self-reliance industry. So everything from teaching people to raise chickens, and all the way to emergency preparedness, and I mean, we really run the gambit, and we talk to people of all different political persuasions and everything else. So it's a great show. You go check it out, offthegridbiz.com. But the main point of it is really being self-reliant, and a huge chunk of our audience are people who are into preparedness of some sort. I'm not talking hardcore prepper or necessarily you need to go join a militia or anything like that, but just being prepared for just general emergencies. It could be a natural disaster. It could be something of a more political nature, like somebody invading you. I've got my tea here tonight just to keep me warm. It's a cold night on top of everything else. And so it's one of those things that is really important to me, that people at least have a minimum amount of preparedness for anything that could possibly go wrong, especially if you have family and so forth. And so this was something we were trying to impress upon our family in Ukraine. And it's really easy to fall into, this is the way things have always gone, and that normalcy bias, like they call it. This is what's normal. So more than likely, nothing else will happen because this is the way things have happened up until now. And if your life wasn't shocked from normalcy bias during things like 9/11, it certainly should have been relatively shocked free from you through the COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, there's a lot of things we're seeing now that we've never seen before. And you got to be ready for anything. And this isn't a dig at all on our family in Ukraine or anybody else, but it's a lesson to not get caught up so much with I got to pay attention to my business. I can't watch all that news and politics and stuff like that. And I understand that point of view. Certainly, you have to have a separation, and you can't be consumed by everything that's happening and go into panic at every moment. But having systemized plans in place for ongoing, just in case stuff, just in case something bad happens here or there, just in case this happens. You may not even plan for a foreign invasion or anything of that sort, but just in case, we should have this on hand or that on hand, or have a backup plan in case things don't go the way we want them to. So this is really a lesson for you personally. And you're saying, well, where's the business lesson in this? Well, the business lesson is don't let your business get in the way of life, because life will get in the way of your business once in a while. And so you need to have a lot of your essentials handled. If you do that, it's a lot easier to kind of back away from paying attention to a lot of the stuff that you don't necessarily need to pay attention to for now, if you've got backup plans, if you're relatively prepared. I'm hoping this means something to you, and if not, just let it go. We'll go on to something more lighter certainly tomorrow, I'm hoping. My book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business, is what I use to sponsor the show. So if you'd like to get a free copy, go to amazonproofbook.com. You can download a free copy there, or you can purchase it at Amazon. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.